26 trucks made the field tonight. Dylan Herviton, Aiden Gould fighting for a championship. Douglas Henry, Daniel Nance, Derek Stanley here to stink up the show. Stephen James, Ricky Mendoka, Jacob Alicia, Brett Murphy, and Raymond Wimmer round out the field. As the pace car pulls off, it's been 10 weeks of racing, and it brings us to this Frontier Truck Tour Championship race. It's a big wreck at the start. I saw Aaron Warren get turned. Mitchell Mumma involved. Championship driver Matthew Legatt needed a lot to go right, not this to go wrong. I saw Aaron Warren sideways. Chris Murphy involved. Sorry, Chris Sawyer involved. Possibly Dylan Simmons. We get an incident report. We had our chopper right there overhead. Let's take a look at what happened. Unprecedented. Aaron Warren. What happens to that top line? Oh, it's a big checkup. Ran over by Ronnie Lane. Down to the Jake Hare. The bottom line checking up as well. Bottom line checked up. Jake Hare saw what was happening. So did Chris Sawyer. I think Robert Keach Jr. got him. Here, Robert Keach Jr. gets the back. Chris Sawyer. Chris Warren involved. Look at Matthew Legatt. He gets some left rear damage. Michael Alfaro involved as well. I think Luke Chadwick, Keith Gribben all got some damage. Green flag's back out. Barney begins to throw it, and here we go. Can we get a cleaner start? Herviton got a really good jump on the rest of the field. Look at him pull away. Left Douglas Henry standing. And now there's a battle. On for that third position, Aiden Gould, Derek Stanley, Ricky Mendoka. Daniel Nance falls back to Nicholas Tucker in that sixth position. Stephen James, Jacob Alicia, and this is going to feel like pack racing. It's going to feel like New Atlanta for a little bit. These trucks able to run wide open for the first handful of laps. The tires start to break in. But Aiden Gould has already caught the rear bumper, Dylan Herviton, and here he is looking to the bottom. And Aiden Gould spins Dylan Herviton. Herviton saves it. What a save out of the 07. Battling hard, not just for the lead, but for the championship. Douglas Henry will capitalize. He'll go out to the lead. But Aiden Gould just about wrecked Dylan Herviton. And I think Gould may have one coming after that one. Herviton drops all the way to the 11th position. We're spinning. Ricky Whitworth. Who is that? I think that might have been Keith Gribben. Massive wreck on the front stretch. Keith Gribben in the 13. Aaron Warren involved. What is going on? Keith Gribben all the way up here. Oh, David Wright comes up and gets him. Almost makes the 13 go airborne. And right now Keith Gribben is just along for the ride up in front of the field. A clean start once again, 2x2 through the rest of the field. Look at Matthew Legatt all the way to the right side of the screen. He's making moves. The blimp just cuts him out. Right now, 4 or 5 trucks bumper to bumper for that second position. Jacob Alicia all the way down to the bottom of the track. Derek Stanley side by side with Ricky Mendoka. Aiden Gould gets shunted out to that 5th position. Stephen James up the inside. Aiden is going backwards right now. Needs to stay at least 2 positions in front of Dylan Herviton. Now Ricky Mendoka is about to attack Douglas Henry for that lead. Derek Stanley all the way to the outside. 3 wide for the lead going into turn 3. Derek looked for it. Didn't get the momentum. Gets back behind the 66, giving him a push down the front stretch. Pushes him out in front of the 46. Not quite still there. Bottom. Clear, clear, clear. Douglas Henry can pull back down. Mendoka. Stanley, side by side. Aiden Gould right there in the wake. Stephen James to his rear bumper. Daniel Nance right there with him. Mitchell Mumma into the picture. Derek Stanley, he will try the top line. Herviton Now into fourth. Aiden Gould right in his sights. Does he owe Aiden one? Down the front stretch. Gould knows he needs to put the pressure on Stanley because the pressure is on Gould. Derek doesn't have the draft of Douglas Henry to help him out. Aiden will clear. But Herbertson, preferred line caution is out. I saw an instant report out of David Wright. There's smoke on the front stretch. I think it might be Chris Warren. He's backwards on the track. What happened to the 44? So Chris Warren, rear bumper of Raymond Wimmer. Oh, Daniel Nance dumps. Oh, who was that? Might have been, not sure who he just dumped there, but it took out Chris Warren. Just comes up the track. Brett Murphy's not on the fence. Actually, yeah, he is. Nance just dumps him, and it grabs Chris Warren, and that's what spins him around. Officially 23 cars on the lead lap. Leggett, last car on the lead lap. Aaron Warren, 1 lap down. Green flag back out. Here we go. Herbertson tries to clear Gould. He gets him on entry. Then he begins to capitalize on Douglas Henry. Caution in the back. Daniel Nance around. Daniel Nance up along the fence, involved in multiple wrecks today. This is the one that gets him. Watch the restart, what happens. Here he is in the middle. Brett Murphy looks 3 wide. Nance isn't ready for it and gets himself put in the fence. Funny enough, Brett Murphy was the truck he turned. Now, I know that wasn't retaliation out of Brett Murphy, but what goes around comes around. That's stretching it. Green flag back out. Douglas Henry leads the field back to green. Dylan Herbertson already on the attack. Look to the bottom, back to the top. He's going to go ahead and fall in line. Ricky Mandoka side by side. Nicholas Tucker. Oh, big move out of Herbertson. Gould looks down to the inside there, nose to tail. Doka with the bump to the Gould. And Herbertson right on the rear tailgate of Douglas Henry. Looks to the outside. Ricky Mandoka, 3 wide bottom. Battle for the lead. Herbertson, can he get Doug around the top? What a run out of the 07. He will take it. 3 wide behind Doug for third. Gould will dump Douglas Henry. And it's a big wreck. Still wrecking. Ryan Wimmer involved. Nicholas Tucker. Brett Murphy. David Wright. Spencer Burton. Sorry, Luke Chadwick. Dylan Simmons. Wow. We know exactly where it started. Gould trying to shoot the gap. Feeling the pressure from winning the championship. Doug gets hooked. And here we go. Alicia. Mitchell Mumma, Aiden Gould, Raymond Wimmer, Luke Chadwick, David Wright, Dylan Simmons ready to fall. David Wright, ARCA breaking the wreck. Oh, my.
Wow, that was, holy crap.
How hard was he involved? Like,
I think he just straight up turned him.
I know, but like, how much damage do you think he got?
Oh, he turned right and head onto the wall and he got clobbered.
Okay.
Yeah, he got hit by oncoming traffic. He's toast.
Yeah, I think
he's done.
He got hit by Raymond too, because Raymond has damage.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm either hoping it's enough to set him in laps down, or
yeah, because he's in 16th right now.
But aggressive driving gets you.
And a great launch by the 07. Teammate Ricky Mandoka follows. Alicia, Derek Stanley side by side. Stephen James, Mitchell Mumma, Ronnie Lane, right there with Matthew Leggett and Davion Haskins. Ricky Mandoka to the rear bumper of his teammate. Three-wide action, Mama, Davion Haskins, Ronnie Lane, they're getting aggressive. Leggett, 4 wide bottom for Matthew Leggett. He thinks better of it, ducks back up. That 4 wide quickly becomes 2x2. Davion on that top line builds a run, clears into 5th. Davion Haskins making his return, moves into the 5th position. And now he looks to the right rear of Mandoka. Ricky gives him the room. Jumps in front of Derek Stanley. Alicia still trying to mount the charge. Outside of the 76, he will clear side by side with Ricky Mandoka. Dylan Herviton hasn't quite pulled away, and now Jacob Alicia goes on the offensive. Trying to go around the top, around the 07. Jacob Alicia looking for the lead. He got a win just 2 weeks ago. Trying to build momentum on top of that. Jacob Alicia to the lead at Las Vegas. A really good push out of Herviton. Oh, crash in the back. J.K. around, Chris Warren involved in another. Take a look at the replay. Oh, and this happened way before. We have to manually go backwards. So Douglas Henry, side by side with Chris Sawyer. Chris just doesn't know he's down there. Comes up, collects Chris Warren. Chris Sawyer wrecks himself off of Doug. Gets to the 44. Jake Care coming up the track as Chris still trying to get under power and in control. Jake Care will finish off the 44. Oh, and Michael Alfaro gets clipped. Herviton, another great jump. Into turn 1. Stanley, Mandoka side by side. Then there's a gaggle of trucks. Stanley will clear 3 wide almost. Davion Haskins up in front of Leggett. Has Alicia to his outside. They're still pushing hard on the top. Leggett to the rear bumper of Davion. Leggett looks to the bottom. 3 wide bottom. Alicia right there in the middle. Tries to jump into the outside of Ronnie Lane. Davion is there. Has to stay in line. And while this battle is going on, Derek Stanley is looking to the inside of Dylan Herviton. Ricky Mandoka right there with him. The rest of the trucks follow. And now Derek Stanley up the inside. Will get the lead from Herviton. Herviton crossover. To the inside, Stanley has been itching to lead a lap. He didn't quite get it there. But with 1 race left in the Frontier Truck Tour, make a name for yourself now. Look at right there in the mix. To the rear bumper of Stanley. Jake Care also there in 4th. I think Jake Care might have taken fresh tires. Did not save a set for the end of the race. He put them on that pit stop. And he will feel like a rocket compared to the rest. Meanwhile, I think Jake Care is trying to make a move for the lead on Matthew Leggett. Matthew, the more experienced, the more skilled driver. Perhaps he's just going to let Jake Care burn up his tires. But I think Jake sees the lead and just wants to go for it. I think it'd be better if he saved tire here, pulled back on the reins a little bit. But Jake Care, Matthew Leggett can make it to the end. Same as Jacob Alicia. Alicia just doesn't have the fresh tires. All the other drivers that topped off with fuel but didn't take fresh tires include Daniel Nance, Mitchell Mumma, Chris Sawyer, Raymond Wimmer, Aiden Gould, Luke Chadwick. So potentially, the gamble of Matthew Leggett and Jake Care will work if we stay green. If a caution were to come out, Dylan Herviton would be the free pass car. 5 seconds in front of Ricky Mandoka. for the final time into 3 and 4, going to win 2 in a row in the season finale for his own series. Matthew Leggat will win the finale at Las Vegas, and the championship will go to Aiden Gould.
Let's go.
Need to hold off Luke. Need to hold off
Yes.
Luke. Get this fucking
gotta
car
check.
off the track.
What's points?
All right, need to look at the points here.
Aiden, we'll just stop on the front straightaway here and wait.
If my math is right, it's Matt by 1, but that's not official at all.
Matthew Leggat has clinched the championship, but now the math needs to be figured between
It's
Aiden
official.
Gould and him.
Who's got?
Word is
Yeah.
in.
Yep,
Matthew got?
Matthew has it. 36.
Yeah.
Matthew
go.
Leggat is your champion, winning his own league the inaugural season. What a dramatic night it was for him. Matthew Leggat is a champion. How about this? Matthew Leggat, it's official. You won the championship, a tie broke by 2 career wins.
Oh my gosh.
How does it feel? Going into this race, it just didn't even look like you had a shot. And then the cautions fall. The strategy falls. You stay out, get the tires, go into pit road, factor yourself in after getting wrecked at the beginning. How does it feel, Matthew?
Amazing. Such a roller coaster of a race. I mean, there goes the truck. It just blew up. But I don't know. I'm shocked. Shocked a lot of more people didn't pit with me there. We can make it to the end on fuel. I mean, I had the tires, drove around the top, got to the lead. I thought Jake was going to give me a run for my money there, but we held him off, and I was doing points in my head there. I wasn't focusing on driving there the last 10 laps. That was nuts.
Talk about winning the championship in your own league, the inaugural season. Tony stewarding it. Like not only the SRX series, but just like the 2011 championship. You're winning off of that tie. Aiden Gould had an eventful night called the Weapon and over-aggressive by Herberton. Herberton finishes 11th, 1 lap down. He couldn't get back on the lead lap to battle. Was there any part of you that thought that you were going to win that championship before you crossed that start-finish line?
No. I mean, from what happened early in the race, getting involved in the wreck, and then with him and Aiden getting together, they were still running top 10. So I was pretty shocked. And then the strategy came into play, and I don't know, man. I'm still shocked it all worked out, but it's awesome. I'll take the championship and look forward to next season. That's awesome.
All right, Matt, I need you to crack into your parents' liquor cabinet, give Caitlin a kiss for me, and I'll see you tonight, buddy.
I'll see you.
How about that? And we got to talk to Aiden Gould, losing the championship off a tie. Aiden, it was a hard-fought season out of you. Multiple mistakes in this race lead up to a tie in the championship points, and you're going to lose it by a tiebreaker. Race wins. You know, if you could go back this race, you know, what would you do different?
Everything. Man, what a chaotic race by me, at least. That was not the way I drive. And so with Ferberton, kind of knew how he ran, and I just still think that one's a racing incident. But the one with Doug, I was just being overly aggressive, and that killed the car, had 3 minutes of damage, had a quick caution. It was able to fix most of the damage, but not taking tires there because I still thought maybe there was going to be a late race caution there. And then when we were doing the points in our head, and then when we realized Dylan couldn't make it on fuel, I'm like, wait, so is it me? And then Matt was in the lead, and then we were trying to do points and all. We didn't know which was which, and it was a crazy race. It's one of those deals. I mean, I feel like Carl Overts right now, which sucks, but here's what it is.
Well, Aiden, runner-up in the championship. and you sit similar to Matthew Legat in the PAL Racing Championship on Tuesday nights. 3 races left over there. Maybe you could do what he did.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, that would be nice. I mean, that's still the goal over there in PAL. Win the chip over there. Just sucks that I drove a little over aggressive, but I mean, hell, Herbertson did the same thing last week, so I guess karma bites up to you.
We'll send Aiden back. We'll go ahead and grab Dylan Herbertson. Dylan, no in the booth. You got a copy.
What's up, man?
Well, man, it was an eventful race. We saw contact between you and Aiden. At one point, we were saying you clinched the championship. Then the pit cycle came around. What ultimately made you decide to not go in and pit?
I don't know what. I knew that we could make it, but I figured with all the cautions that we were getting that we would for sure get another one. And after seeing what Matt did last week with the tire strategy and whatnot, I was hoping that came into play. I should have came down and topped off with fuel, but I guess this is one of those ones you'll just look back on and say woulda, coulda, shoulda. But overall, we had a good season, and I have a lot to be grateful for. So.
Well, Herbertson, you come up just short. It's a 2-way tie in front of you. You're almost there, but congratulations on a dominant season, 3 career wins. I assure next season you're going to come back swinging for the fences.
Yeah, we got a lot to prove next season. Hopefully we can end up a little bit better on the end of this. I made a lot of mistakes, and I think back to Kansas a lot. My pit road speeding, and should have just taken 4th at Talladega, but it's really easy right now here, sitting 3rd in the points, to look back and say, you know, I could have done this better, could have done that better, and we just didn't. And this is what we're meant to be. And congrats to Matt on the championship. Very well-deserving guy. Spent a lot of time talking to him, and he's a really good dude. So if I can't win it, Matt's definitely deserving. He's real good. You know, I'm just thankful to be here, man. I have a lot to be grateful for, and we won a lot of races. We won the most races. We won the most poles. We led the most laps. We did everything right, just except that. But it's all right. Everybody here knows me and knows my speed, and I'm here to win races. And if I don't win championships and I'm like Denny Hamlin, I win races and not championships, then so be it. That's just how it's going to be.
Congratulations on the season you had, Dylan. Sorry you came up just a bit short here at Las Vegas.
It is what it is, man. Appreciate you, Noah.
Send Dylan back, and ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude tonight's broadcast, the final broadcast for the Frontier Truck Tour of Season 1. iRacing, alcohol, the beautiful mix of both. Matthew Legat, your champion, off of a tiebreaker. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Noah Longyear. See y'all tomorrow, same time, for the Atlanta race. Have a good night.